To get things started, our first question is from Bob Harnett. So let's bring Bob on. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Kylie.
Thanks for joining us. Please feel free to share where you're from and tell us your question.
So right now I am outside of snowy, frozen Baltimore, Maryland. So envious of all you San Diego people. Hi, Darren. Great to be here. Looking forward to the journey, but I really have a pretty big concern. 2020 was a crazy roller coaster ride. And how can we get the most out of this journey and still meet all the challenges we're sure to face in 2021? Lots of hurdles, lots of obstacles, things that we don't even know coming right now. How can we stay on track and get the most out of this?
Yeah, Bob, I really appreciate your question because I know a lot of people are dealing with demands that are unprecedented in their lives through all the crazy that we've been going through of recent. And what I want to tell you is that the hero's journey is about saving you time. I mean, think of it this way. How long would it take for you to figure out the principles of calculus on your own, let's say, versus somebody just sort of giving you the formulas that have been discovered by others over time? So now you only need to take those formulas that are already proven and apply them to your particular equation or problem. You see how much faster that could advance, not having to rediscover all that has already been discovered by others before you. Or put another way, let's say you're in Los Angeles and you're gonna drive across the country to go see Kylie in Buffalo, New York. And you have to figure out how to get there, and you have no map, you have no Siri, no Google Maps, no Magellan navigation system, no Thomas Brothers map for my old school friends. Just think how long it would take for you to finally find your way just wandering out there on your own. And the answer is, of course, a long damn time. Versus finding somebody who's already taken the cross-country trip, they've charted out the best route, they've documented all the dead ends and danger areas. Oh, and let's say that somebody doesn't just hand you the map and wishes you good luck, good voyage, happy trails, but they offer to sit shotgun with you in the car all along the journey, guiding you at every turn and every impasse. Now, think about how fast you could get there. And the answer is, of course, a hell of a lot faster. The point is, your goal is to get to, in this analogy, Buffalo either way. Your goal in life is to become more successful, to produce more income. Either way, right? Taking the time to get help, to get that map, to have somebody help navigate you, just gets you there faster and safer. And as you plan to set off on this adventure, the first commitment that I want everybody to make is to make this the time priority. You see, we all have 24/7, 365. It is only how we choose to allocate that time that makes the difference. So if you are a sophisticated achiever, you will see how the investment of a few hours on this gains you miles or hours, if not years of progress that you wouldn't have had if you were just sort of wandering out on the dead end roads in Death Valley. This is a concept, of course, called leverage. And that is what the hero's journey will provide you when it comes to time and accelerating your success. Leverage. You are going to live anyway, you're going to journey through life anyway, you're going to pursue goals and ambitions anyway, but by putting, say, an hour on this, it gains you weeks, if not months, if not years of progress that it would have taken if discovered only through trial and error. And then pretty soon that leverage allows you to live a life that's far past what your starting circumstances would have predetermined. I mean, I'm a perfect example, Bob. How is it possible that I am here with you now? How is it possible that I have the wealth and the lifestyle and the legacy of positive impact that I've created over the past 25 years, given where I came from and given what I was the circumstances that I was born into? And the answer for how is leverage. You see, I just outlearned and outgrew everyone in my family, everybody that I graduated high school with. I outlearned and outgrew the competitors in every industry that I entered, not knowing a damn thing about that industry before I entered it, in fact. And I continue to outlearn and outgrow my contemporaries and everybody else around me. That is what has allowed me to outgrow my origin circumstances by leaps and bounds. So I hope that makes sense. And I really do appreciate this question, Bob, and I'm taking some extra time to answer it because I know many people are asking themselves the same question right now. And it is important to plant this flag right up front. It is about making this time a priority. And if any of you remember from Insane Productivity, if you ever say you are too busy, Here's what that really means, because the word busy equals laziness. Being too busy is a product of lazy thinking and indiscriminate action. It is a lack of priorities, clarity, and doing the work to plan right. Busy equals weakness. Being too busy is an excuse to avoid what's hard and what's uncomfortable. And busy equals out of control. None of us ever lack time, we only lack skills and the discipline of priorities. None of the uber successful people that I know ever say they are too busy, because that would be their failure, and they know that. So this answer isn't picking on Bob at all. I'm sure Bob understands exactly what I'm saying here already. But I know that this idea swims in the head of most people. That how are we going to fit this in with all the other obligations that I've got going on and all the other things that I'm involved in? It's called just making it a priority for the purposes of giving you leverage. So we need to draw this line in the sand about this right up front. And this is probably also a good time to straight up tell you about this, okay? The hero's journey is not for the faint of heart, particularly those of you who are going to lead and facilitate those going through their hero's journey. This growth adventure is sacred, and you have people's lives, you have their livelihoods, and you have their futures on the line. One does not become a hero and a leader of consequence by being coddled. You're going to be both encouraged and challenged, supported and called out. Through this journey, you're probably going to end up both loving me and hating me. You'll love me for the results that we will help create in your life, for your family, and for your future. And at times, you are going to hate me for how direct and candid and no pulling of punches I might be with you. But both, and here's what I want to tell you up front, both will be with the same loving intention: to push you to your next level of growth and development, to pull you through the arduous and sometimes painful metamorphosis process, to transform you into a confident, powerful, and influential heroic leader of people, for those people that are counting on you to become so. So in this facilitator's training, we are training you to be a leader of leaders, a hero of heroes. What an enormous opportunity, what an enormous privilege, and what an enormous responsibility. And the work won't be easy. This is serious work that we all here take very, very seriously. And my first request of all of you is for you to get serious, to take this seriously, and to seriously prioritize this training time on your calendar.